top 8 at the last Pauper challenge. I guess it's good versus Blue-Black Delver. It's probably really good versus Blue-Black Delver. I'm surprised that it beats the Red-White decks, which was what I consider the best decks in the format. But YOLO. I've been told that the Pauper leagues are actually really, really hard too. That like it's mostly just people who play a fair amount of Pauper or are incredibly good players. So let's just dive right on in and see how much money we can throw away how quickly. I turned my music off for this stream. Feel kind of sad. I was grinding Arena. With this Esper deck here. Don't know if it's any good. Just thought it might be decent versus Sultai, decent versus Red, but I played like, let me look over here. I played 13 games and didn't get paired versus Sultai once. Mostly got paired versus Mono Blue and Drakes and Mirrors. Of course, that's not a very large sample size, obviously. In fact, it's quite a narrow one. But yeah, it's basically the ideal deck. Same deck that everybody else is playing. Hey, Chris. What it is, Chris? Come to watch me lose at some Pauperino with Corey's pet deck? Our opponent doesn't want to play. There we go. Well, Mono Blue Delver. In theory, this is what we want to play. This person is a baller when it comes to this format, though. So, this ain't good. Like I said, in Pauper, if you notice, there's only 75 active players, and you notice the trophies are just like 6, 3, 2, 2, 2, blah, blah, blah. It's because this format is supposedly just really, really hard. I don't know if that's true. But supposedly I'm going to get paired versus mostly only grinders. So we have a Spell Stutter Sprite to worry about. But other than that, they just have a bunch of Brainstorms. Don't know how good the Brainstorms are. Hey, who cares? What's up? Thanks, I appreciate it. That's very kind of you. If we don't hit a second land, though, we are super dead. Ooh. I guess I'm supposed to target this. I will target them. Hey, we drew another land. Hot diggity dang. But because we know they have the foil, we can't just jam this into this. We have to spectacle this. Well, maybe I'm supposed to just throw everything at their face. Don't actually know how to play this deck, but assuming they have a flip Delver there, it doesn't feel to me like we have enough gas to just kill them, so. They do have a bunch of Brainstorms. And one little spell spreader. I think we mainly need to draw some curses and things to beat decks like this, which we obviously did not. So other than that, we have no idea what they have in their hand. That probe gives them all the information in the world. Hopefully, however, it does not give them another land. Hey, Dong. What's up? Yeah, so they actually don't have the land, I don't think. I guess they have to have the land. They wouldn't play this over a brainstorm if they didn't, would they? Find it humorous that this card can't be activated from loss of life. It is only damage. Hey, yeah. That's kind of interesting. Just going to jam this one. Assume it's going to get foiled. It did not get foiled. Well, that's ridiculously good for us. Ridiculous. Oh, they have a snap. Boo hoo hoo hoo. This card's so good. No. Stop playing things, opponent. Oh gosh. Things now are looking not good. This has to get foiled or snapped again, I think. At this point, we're just trying to race them. MTGO gross. Hey, Lions, what's up? If it makes you feel better, I was grinding Esper earlier before we switched over to a little Pauper. I know you like your Esper. Boo! They do have the other snap. Well, I just don't know if we can win now. Because now they can counter this. And things just get worse from here. I mean, they cast 3 Gitaxian probes and a brainstorm. They could have been sandbagging an island just for the foil, right? Like, we've not saw their hand. They're 20 cards into their deck, and we've not saw their hand for a bunch of times. And they looked at 6 cards last turn. Like, I don't think it's unreasonable that they were sandbagging one. I don't find it likely, but I don't think it's unreasonable. So if we kill this in response, the Spell Scudder Sprite doesn't work, right? Is that how that works? I just don't think I can win anymore. Yeah, we know you have the foil. All of my stuff goes bye-bye. Is there anything you need? So this game feels kind of over now. I may have messed up killing the first Delver. Like, maybe I'm just supposed to go after their head non-stop. So what do you do? Without flying? Well, we certainly don't want that. So I think this is the key to the match. Just whether we draw these or not. You don't have a paper collection. That's actually kind of impressive. Huh. I don't know what to cut. Let's shave a Fire Blast. I do, however, think that our 2-drops are our best cards. We have a 2-drop, so I guess we're going to keep this hand. Oh, that really sucks. I understand that. Wait, did I misclick? Oh no, they're still thinking. That was weird. I thought something like kind of like blinked on the stream. By the way, what's up, Ace? Not saw you around in a while. What have you been into? I don't think I'm going to bother to probe on one. We don't have any Pyroblasts in this deck anyway, so it's not like we're looking for them. Oh, really? At an RPTQ, I assume? Hilarious. I'm a decent fan of Esper right now. I can't quite get the sideboard where I love it, but I kind of like it. Was there only one slot there? Ouch. I assume you played the one down at Berkeley or something, right? Think it's worth doing this just to see if we need to wait on a daze. Well, we don't have to wait on a daze, but they have a Hydroblast. The fourth land's just not going to be great. Oh, okay. I think one of the other viewers got 12th in that, but I won't swear. Hug. So we saw a Hydroblast, we saw the land, we saw the Miscreant. Have a counterspell, double gush now. Well, that's at least kind of neat. Doesn't feel like I'm getting anywhere. Feels like I'm stupidly far behind already. Well, of course, Murph, you couldn't qualify for one. Slash burn. Which, incoincidentally? I don't know. There's a word there somewhere. So we're trying to do to our opponent, but we're being unsuccessful. This is kind of a cool turn by them, though. Still have 7 cards in hand. One of them's an island, but I guess I have to kill this thing. I feel like we've drawn quite a bit too many lands. Ace is giving us the 4/1/1 on either that bronze or silver invite. I forget which he is. They counterspell this. We can try to play the Thermo. Oh, what a dagger. Actually, we can lightning bolt that, right? I think that works like that. This is going to be such a dagger if it doesn't. Ah, cool. It does work like that. Oh, I didn't play around days! Oh, thank God they didn't have it. I don't really have any on the top of my head. I've not spec'd on anything this time. I thought Hydroid Crassus would, and I thought Biogenic Ooze would, which Crassus sailed off and Ooze went up a bit. But Really thought Ooze was going to be the sleeper of the set. Turns out Crassus was. Though, at least I was smart enough to know to pick up Crassus's at 7 to 8. I bought a foil for like 16 or 17, I forget exactly. Stop it, opponent. They still have the counterspell in their hand, too. Hero Precinct 1's a pretty good card. It did, but it was like $6 when I said to pick them up, and you could sell them for like 13 at some point. I don't think there's any reason for me to cast spells. Unless I can cast multiple in a turn. Seems like you were right, Murph, but in fairness to us, we never drew any curses or anything, which feel like our better cards. I mean, I guess they have ways to kill curses. They have Hydroblasts, but... We will get done tap of an Alchemist? Oh gosh. That feels pretty good. This game might not be over then. Sure. Okay. If they bring in Ninja, I think I'm supposed to throw the lightning bolt at it. Like, stopping them from drawing cards seems relevant. He's obviously going to counter Boat, but getting the counter out of this hand doesn't seem that bad. Like, this is what he's set up, so like, it's obviously what he's going to do. It's not like he's not going to counter it on a different turn, though, so it seems like it's just better than letting them draw a card. Yeah, well, we gotta hope they can't answer the Thermo. Because if not, any spell next turn kills it. They do have a lot of answers, though. They've already gone through 2 of their snaps. That's not a spell. Alright, well, we just gotta fade one more turn and we'll at least get the game. And they conceded. Nice. I believe Mezel plays mono blue a lot, right? I won't swear, but I believe we're paired versus like a grinder who specializes in Pauper. But maybe they just play everything. Yeah, we are versus a grinder who specializes in Pauper. A a good first match with a deck that I don't really know how to play. What if I'm supposed to draw with this deck? I can firmly believe that I should be drawing with this deck. Like, that seems beyond reasonable to me. I think we're going to start drawing with it. Guess we'll find out. If we're supposed to draw, our opponent will make us play. Alright, well, our opponent took the play, and they obviously have a wealth of experience, so... I don't know if I'm supposed to even keep this hand. With one land, maybe I'm not. We have all of our cool 2-drops, though. Oh wow, they chose not to use the Spell Spreader strat. Ah, rip. There's a decent chance that I just have to discard next turn, so I'm going to go ahead and just throw a bolt out. I was kind of hoping they'd counterspell that. Yeah, well, it's time to start playing things for them to kill every turn. This is the hardest one, or the easiest one for them to do something with, so I'd like to get the Hydroblast if possible. Alright, now it's time for Gush to take over. This is not good for us. So I'm just going to play this. Suppose I don't want to be dazed. Well, that kind of sucks. Sorry for you, bub. That's basically why it was canceled at our store last week, but not exactly. So they know we have this card. So I think I go ahead and play it into a Spell Spreader strat. But maybe I'm not supposed to. Feels pretty good to have played it now. Please don't get counterspelled. He didn't counterspell the last one. Alright, well we have a real clock. 7 turns to deal 18 damage to us. Or start removing our friends. I think I'm just going to hardcast this. They didn't use counterspells, so they might not have a counterspell. So There's no reason to let them like get an extra draw step or two. They're definitely flooding this game though. They've hit 7 lands already. Yeah, Delver makes it a race. Now this is kind of a waste of this card, but if we can get the Delver off the table, it feels incredibly good for us in terms of the curses potentially being able to outrace. They now drop down to a 3-turn clock. Any more burns going to go directly to their head though. They have a foil that they can hardcast. Well, hardcast it. So they're revealing a probe. So they have to kill us in 2 attacks or find a Hydroblast. That doesn't do 2 attacks. And if we draw anything this turn, we've just got it. I shouldn't have played that mountain. There's Searing Blazes in our deck. I forgot about that. Rip. Searing Blaze is enough anyway, though. Well, unless they draw like Hydroblast into things. That Daze doesn't help them, so the game's over. So we played versus an All-Star and got incredibly lucky, though. I was confused by the Hydroblast. They used the Hydroblast on this Lava Runner, and I wasn't 100% sold on that play. I mean, they probably didn't have another answer for it at the time, but it just feels like that's easier for them to answer. But maybe they couldn't afford the damage. I don't know. It felt to me like the curse was going to do more damage, but maybe it's not. Like I said, they're obviously a master of that deck, so I defer to them. It's just something that struck me as odd. Hey, it's Misplaced Ginger! We'll go ahead and harass them. Alright, so this is the blue-black Delver deck. So I think this comes down a lot to whether they draw an early-ish, I say early, but I mean early-ish, Gurmag Angler or not. This is the deck that I want to build. They do have the early angler, and they have a Daze, and they have a counter spell. I don't think I want to Daze them here. The counterspell, we might be able to get the Lava Runner in for a little bit. But if they don't, I'm not going to just cast it blindly. I don't know. I think I'm willing to cast it into a counterspell. I wouldn't have cast it into a Daze, but considering considering we drew that, I think I'm fine with that. But maybe that's just wrong. We're going to Gush here? Sure. This is really going to help them get a Gurmag Angler out very soon. There's no reason to cast a Lightning Bolt right now. They have to discard anyway, so they still have the Daze. I know about that. But I want the Daze out of the hand for later. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. Does now have to have a black source? I don't know. Maybe it's not wrong. Evolving Wilds for a black source. So now we know they get a Gurmag Angler on the following turn. With Days Up, I think. Yeah, with Days Up. Makes things really hard. Especially if we don't start drawing our lands. Alright. If this resolves, we at least have a race. This does not resolve, they just have a foil. We're pretty SOL, I think. I won't say it's impossible, but I think it's improbable now. This kills in just 4 turns. I don't know, if we draw exactly a land next turn, like if we draw a land in the land, maybe we're good. There's a land. Wait. Do they not have another island? Huh. We know they have a Dispel, so I think I would rather just go for it this turn. And now we know they've hit F6, so. If we didn't know they have the Dispel, I might would wait there. Because playing around Days or Foil seems relevant. And they could have been sandbagging the island. Yeah, he discarded one of the Gurmag Anglers. He discarded an Angler and an island. Which seems reasonable. I don't think I sideboard in this match. No, it's any card in one island. I remember that card back from when it originally came out. I actually have experience with foil, like back when it was top 2 legal. That's an interesting one. I think I'm willing just to cast this. They show? Sorry, okay, they showed a gush. Alright, well, let's get some information before we make decisions. Double Dispel, Brainstorm, Gush. The Double Dispel means I can't really use the Searing Blazes. I think I can play my land and still try to kill this. That's something he may let resolve, but I am throwing 6 points of damage at this. A good chance they gush right now to try to find a foil. They chose not to. Alright, well, if you Lava Runner, you are our best friend. Ooh, that's a strong one. They don't have the land as of yet. Oh, they have the gush into the foil. That's pretty solid. And now they have the Dispel too. Alright. Well, let's start with this. see what their thoughts are about it. Let's go ahead and do this. I assume this one gets dispelled. Yeah, I mean, potentially. I'm not saying that it was right. This is a really good roadblock here. And we know they have a foil and an island. Probably gonna have to draw like land over the next couple turns. Is that worth a foil? It's not worth a foil. Guess I'm gonna go ahead and spit that out. They have a bunch of cards though. When an angler comes down, the ground's completely locked. Alright, well. They don't even need an angler. And they have too many cards this time. They can hardcast foils now if they choose. They can just Hydroblast again too, that works. Ah, here we go. There's the big dog. So unless I'm mistaken, they have a foil and a gush in their hand. Which makes this quite difficult. I think that locked it up. I'll have a daze. Okay, apparently I missed a gush at some point. Did they cast two? Could have swore I saw two. Alright, well anyway, we know they have a foil, so we know we're going to game 3. I mean, 3 of them top 8 at the challenge this weekend. Which is why I'm trying it. And I'm not changing anything from the play to the draw again. I'm just trying to make the decision on whether I'm playing or drawing. Actually not sure whether I want to play or draw. But they didn't shuffle from the brainstorm, did they? Alright, we'll keep. Oh, they have a daze. Alright, well, let's give them something to daze. We have a good hand here. If we draw another land. We have a miserable hand if we don't. Of course, he's kind of in the same boat. His hand's pretty solid if he draws a land, and he gets more looks at his land. And they have a 5/5, so we have to hit this turn or we're just dead. If we hit this turn, we have a chance. And we did hit that turn, so we have a chance now. Yeah, it doesn't. You have to go to the actual Wizards website. So we know they have these 4 cards. The best land, Terramorphical Baby. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's enough. They hit another Dispel, which is nice. Alright, this is going to be a game. We have blockers. We have blockers and quite a bit of things to get triggers. I think I'm going to play around Echoing Decay. I don't know how long I'm going to play around Echoing Decay, but I think I am for at least one turn. So this is probably a Hydroblast this turn. Not a Hydroblast. The new bow is legal. I have 2 of the new bow in this deck. We have some of the new boat in this list. So considering foiling. Okay. This game's going to be real close. We're going to need to draw a land next turn, I think, to have a good chance. Actually, if we draw a land next turn, we probably just win, right? Again, I don't think I'm blocking here because of Echoing Decay. Okay, welp. This clearly isn't where we want to be. Assume we know they at least have a Dispel. Think that's enough? We have 3 different ways to kill them here. Alright. 2 Delver decks down. Incredibly close games, though. Incredibly close. I wonder if putting them on the play was wrong. I'm not actually sure. But I chose to draw that last game. Yeah, we gotta win 1 out of the next 3. Yeah, one of them was, but I mean, they were definitely legal. I just copied the winning deck. So they were definitely legal. Maybe he just decided it wasn't good enough. One version had 4 of the new boat, didn't they? Shocks is a really good place to start when rebuilding a collection. You messaged him GG. That seems rude. Man, it was a really close match. I think one had 2, one had 4, one had 0, but I'm not sure. Or maybe I know one of them had 4 needle drops. I picked this one because like needle drops always been unimpressive for me, but with the Fermo Alchemist and the Curse of the Pierced Hearts, like maybe the spectacle cards and the needle drops are better than before. I'm not exactly sure. Again, I don't play Pauper, so I'm just wee. He has a don't GG me command. That's fair enough. I think I take the play versus random opponent though. Is it Delver? Maybe I wasn't supposed to take the play. Actually, I think I just want to cast the Lava Runner before it can be dazed. Nope. They're on red-white now. I think red-white's probably going to be really hard for us to beat. I didn't want this card dazed, which is why I chose the timing that I did on it. But, like, they've obviously gained 3 life off lands already. So this is another match that, like, finding the curses seems super relevant. However, they have leave no trace and stuff, and so they actually have answers to the curses. So they played this on turn 2. They could be mana screwed, or they could only have Boros Garrisons in hand. It doesn't matter. Yeah, Boros Garrisons. Yeah, so we need to draw some needle drops and some curses. That's not a needle drop or a curse. So they gain another 2 life. That's 5 life they've gained off lands. Battle Screecherino. I might have played one of these lands too prematurely because there's a good chance that we just draw a second one at some point. It's a good little card. This is too good for standard, so clearly seems like it's going to be at least reasonable in Pauper. That's artifact, right? Yeah. Wait, I thought this said artifact on it. Oh, okay, it did. For some reason, I thought they bounced a Radiant Fountain for a second, so I was confused by the artifact. I was like, what? That's not how that works. That's plumb mad. So can Journey to Nowhere hit stuff? Nope, it's just creatures. This is a permanent, though, so this one gains them 2 life, so they're at 15 that we can see. 15 that we can see is a lot. Especially when we're on a 3-turn clock. Yep. Yeah, I played this land too prematurely, but that's my fault. Okay. We had 10 points of damage there had I not punted. And if we'd had that 10 points of damage, we would have had an out. But now we don't actually have an out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So my punt cost us a shot at this game. As I might as well boat them. I'm dead either way to have a lightning bolt in hand. Well, dead either way if we don't hit something. That's kind of what I meant. Prismatic strands. Alright, well that was a good draw. And because of the flashback. Well. We lost this game because of my punt. He didn't have mana last turn. If I just held the land, we win that game. I think these are all reasonable here. I'm not sure actually how much I care about the electricity. I'm not really sure if I care about any of this stuff. I don't think my lava runners do much here though. There's a good chance those smashes do literal nothing. Alright, I'm going to take the play. And this hand's okay, but it's obviously not any good. Yeah, I definitely punted that game off. We should have at least got 3 games here. The Salt Man cometh because I suck. I thought it might have been an error when I did it, but I thought the game was going to last long enough that it didn't matter. The 5th land here is pretty brutal. No answer to Fermo, please. They tapped a red, so Fermo's dead. And that was our 1 grand chance this game. Have a Palace Sentinels? That says when something attacks, right? I don't know how Monarch reads. Can I really not read Monarch? Well, that's lame. The 6th land's not where we want to be. GG opponent. Yeah, we'll play it out. Maybe we draw like, I don't know. If we draw like 3 curses in a row, we're probably good enough. That's not a curse. That's land 7. I don't actually know how Monarch reads, but I'm pretty sure that I can't physically get it back at this point. Yeah, it's whenever a creature deals combat. Yeah. None of that matters. Alright, we're done here. Let's just move on to the next game. GG opponent. That kind of sucks. I punted game 1 and I was punished by not getting to play game 2. But it's my fault for punting game 1. We should at least have got a game 3 there. I'm learning this deck though, but I've played with Searing Blaze before, so that's not a mistake I can blame on learning. That was just a mistake. It was just a pretty solid mistake. Just click something, so can somebody type in chat to see if I messed up my chat? I don't know if I can read chat anymore with what I just did. Is it day February 6th? I literally just got a message and it seems like it's gone. What the hell? Alright, so I can read chat. What? Should be up here. This might pop something up on screen, please don't. Alright, cool, I can read chat, thank you. What? I think somebody scammed me on TCG Player by confusing me greatly. If somebody sends you a message, say you send them an order of 20 cards, and they send you a message, and the message says, only shipped 4 of 6 guild gates, you would assume that meant that they received the order. Oh, so it's the exact same opponent. You would assume that meant they received the order and they were missing 2 of the cards. Apparently, he was sending me that prior to the order ever getting there and telling me only to send 4 of the 6 cards he ordered. Anyway, I mailed them 2 more and then refunded their order for the hassle. So now I'm super confused. I guess I'm going to take the play. I guess I'm going to mulligan, even though we finally have a Curse of the Pure start. I'm going to keep this hand. I'm not sure this hand can actually win, but... well, so far they can only gain 4 life, so I guess that's good. Maybe we'll draw land. Maybe we won't draw land. Maybe we drew a land. Alright, so we have a chance now, I think. Even though they're clearly going to go back to 17 here. It's how much more life they can kill and how quickly. We'll throw all the damage I can at their face as quickly as I can. And just hope that they can't keep gaining life. Well, that was not a good draw. I think there might should only be 3 of that card in the deck, but I'm not sure. Maybe I should be holding these burn spells too in case I draw an Alchemist, but with lightning bolts and we already know that they're like drawing a bunch of cards, like maybe that's just wrong. I'm not exactly sure. Well, they're going to gain 2 more life, so that's not good for us. Alright, we need to draw another curse, I think. Because of the double fire blast, I'm going to go ahead and play this. Maybe I should have waited one turn to play it, since we're not going to be double fire blasting next turn anyway. I feel like I could have waited a turn. It's going to be 2 turns before we ever considered a fire blast, so. Also, I think it's just okay, because we have to draw one more land regardless. Alright, well, they can kill us in 3 turns. We're going to have to find something. Alright, that could be it. Assuming they didn't draw prismatic strands. If they drew prismatic strands, obviously the game's over. Drew double lightning bolt, the game would be over as well. Looks like they drew double lightning bolt. Well, drat. Wasn't going to get there anyway. I'm not really sure how to sideboard. This doesn't feel like it does enough. These don't feel like they do enough. They have too good of blockers for these early to make me think they're going to do anything, so I'm just going to bring these back in. I'm going to take the play, and we're going to hope that we get a Curse of the Pure Heart early. And we have one. We also have a Thermo Alchemist. They've mulliganed to 5 to 4. So the game we get a good draw, they might not get to play Magic. Kind of interesting. So we got a good draw this game. So they need an answer for this, they need an answer for the curse. So they're turning this into white, getting this. Could float a red, no, they're just bouncing that. Alright, and they're killing our friend. Go ahead and pop this off while we can. We have enough damage to kill them if they don't gain life this turn. No, they gained a life. Pretty sure I'm just doing it anyway. I'm going to try to beat out the prismatic strands. I have enough land to cast anything anyway. So now I need to gain life and or kill the Curse of the Pierced Heart. Practically every turn from here. Alright, they conceded. They couldn't beat the curse. Rough. I still don't think these smashes are especially good. I just don't think I want anything in my deck that doesn't deal damage to their face. Maybe this buys me enough extra turns that it's just better than Smash. I really don't think Smash is good. I also just don't think I get damage in with my creatures. Maybe I shouldn't even have the Thermo Alchemist in my deck. I'm not sure. We have a land. Can we mulligan or not? Have every card we want but 2 lands. We have 18 lands or 16 lands in our deck? 16. Ouch. So the odds of getting a 2 land hand in 60 cards is what? It's not particularly high, is it? Especially of 6 cards. So it really comes down to how much do I value the scry. I think I value the scry pretty high. I think we're only a coin flip to get the second land if we mulligan. If we count the scry as an extra card. We have a draw step, actually. So with a draw step and a scry, it's almost like we have 8 cards. Should put us all the way up to about 70%. We're only 50% to hit a second land like this, though we can hit 4 Gitaxian Probe for redraws. Guess we hit 4 Gitaxian Probes the other way too. I think it's just better to mulligan. I'm not sure this hand wins the game, but I think it's better than the hand we had. Pretty sure I keep anything that does damage. No reason for me to probe early. It's not going to affect my play at all. Maybe I need to just play 3 Fire Blasts. I think I want to draw 1 every game, but this drawing 2 a game is just not really cutting it. The 4th land was very bad for us. I'm starting to think we should have kept the original hand. So these are the 5 cards we know. I guess maybe we just start killing these things and trying to delay the game. This is Pauper, JJ. Yeah, I think we just start killing those and try to delay the game as long as we can. Maybe draw a second Curse of the Pure Start. I just don't think we're going to be able to kill them before they kill us at this point. They already have 7 points of damage in their hand. So it doesn't take very many hits from this to finish us off. Select Trickery was very bad. I don't know if we had a better card really though. So they have the big flag bearer. Now we can't really kill that. What are you into tonight, JJ? So this is going to be the second match in a row the same opponent beat us. I guess I have to take another hit from the Sky Fisher. I don't think I can go back to 1 land. We know they have 7 points of burn though. So we certainly can't take too many more. Well, this is what I was wanting. They had to leave no trace. Alright, well, we're dead. GG opponent. They crushed us twice. Playing Sims 4 on that, that's cool. Well, we're looking really good to get us a pity chest or maybe even a little bit more. But now we're just scraping and hoping. Feel like I'm learning to play this deck moderately better, though. I don't know if that counts for anything. This deck's actually slower than I thought it would be, too. We've already streamed now for roughly an hour, I guess. Hour and 10 minutes, something like that. Still need to watch a little bit of a movie and pack my mail, but I'm thinking I'm going to do another stream. Not another stream, but another league. If we get the pity chest, definitely going to do another league. If we don't get the pity chest, I'm not sure. Not exactly sure. Probably people dislike the art. Like, they're not the original ones, so they're not really cool, and the new ones have really nice art, but have no idea whatsoever. I watched that the other day before they took it off HBO. Or well, I watched part 2 of it. I'd already saw part 1. It's a pretty good little action flick if you just like mindless action. Part 1 had Samuel L. Jackson doing some cool stuff. Part 2 had one of the people from Game of Thrones, and it had Jeff Bridges, and it had Channing Tatum, which was pretty cool. What's the dude's name that from Game of Thrones? His name is like Orbian or something? I have no idea what his name is. Oberian, maybe? I don't know. The guy that fought. Well, I don't want to give out spoilers for people who have not watched it, or may not be going to watch it, or whatever. It is. Huh. There you go. I cannot pronounce that, so I guess I won't even try. But the real actor's name's Pedro Pascal. That's the only thing I'd ever saw them in. No, they were in Narcos 2, which I think is a Netflix series, but I never watched it. And they were in. He was also in the Great Wall, the Matthew Damon movie. But I gotta be completely honest, I never even noticed him in it. Other than that, I don't really recall him in anything, even though I've watched multiple series he's been in. Like, I've watched Graceland, I've watched The Mentalist, watched a lot of The Good Wife. What season of The Mentalist was he in? I'm not sure. Not watched the last ones. I've never saw Equalizer 1 or 2. I need to finish The Mentalist. I watched up until the main story was done, and then I just kind of like didn't watch past that. Yeah, he definitely put an end to some stuff, for sure. Yeah, he was apparently into seasons I didn't watch. seasons of this show were they? This show went on for quite some time after it was over. I have saw the John Wicks. I enjoyed them. Alright, so apparently Pauper Qs take a long time to fire, and as stated above, they're obviously not weak as we've got paired versus 4 ballers. Got crushed in the Legacy stream earlier. It did not even come close to doing good in it. Was not happy with that deck even though it ran wild at SCG. I liked the other build-up of Dark Confidants and stuff better. Yeah, I've read a little bit about that, but I've not watched either of the documentaries yet. I've watched some of the news clips, but that's about it. Alright, opponent, or Pauper. It's been almost 7 minutes. Give us a cue. We'll probably run into Misplaced Ginger again whenever it does fire. I noticed The Incredible 2 is, or The Incredibles Part 2 is on Netflix. If I log off early, that's probably what I'm going to watch. Old opponent, where art thou, opponent? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 new messages to respond to on YouTube. Oh, that reminds me. You should definitely follow and follow my YouTube, etc. I don't know. I don't feel like advertising. The problem with playing Arena in between is I'm playing best of 3 Arena right now, and I don't have enough time to finish a match. Man, I can't imagine wanting to watch that, Chris. Like, everybody is giving it really, really, really good reviews, but I don't particularly like the actress, and I've already saw Groundhog Day. And I've saw another TV series that was similar in concept. The same opponent 3 matches in a row? That's ridiculous. Like, we already lose. We can't beat this. Unless we run really hot. It's a good opening hand, but I don't know. How do you get 3 opponents in a row? Yeah, probably not playing another league tonight. 3 in a row, not fun. Hopefully we'll steal one. I do think we could have stole the 1 game. And we did win a game, so, like, it's not 0%. It's just not very high. They just gain a lot of life. We're on to play, though, and we have about the fastest start we can have. We have to hope they don't have a lightning bolt. They're going to take at least 1 damage, so that's nice. Do have a much better start than normal. Oh, that was actually a really good draw for us. Maybe this is the key to winning this match. Drawing on curve. Still don't even know if we're going to win, though. We can put them at 6. Problem is, Leave No Trace is so good that I just don't think I'm going to win sideboarded games. In terms of standard, you have to have the Gala Shrine probably to play the hero. But I don't think either of them are going to move particularly much. In fact, I feel like most of the guild's cards are going to start going down a little bit. So we have 10 damage here, which puts them at 5. 5 feels like something we can close from. They also missed a land drop. I don't know why our opponent's taking so long here. Like, they're tapped out. They could have just pressed F6. We do have to worry about prismatic strands. Modern play. Modern's kind of like a turn 3 to 5 format. It's going to be, without bans, it's going to be hard for a card like Hero to see modern play, I think. Well, I'll rephrase. Competitive modern play. I wouldn't be super sad to just draw a Flame Blast this turn. I know it's called Fire Blast. It could, but how many gold cards are you going to be using with that? Still seems to me like Lingering Souls and Lightning Bolts and things are just going to be your better cards. Discard spells, maybe. You could sell me on some kind of human shell. Goes like Lavnia, Meddling Mage, Manus Rider, all gold spells. Reflector Mage gold spell, but I don't know. It feels really slow for modern. I know I'm not a modern expert or anything, but like we played this deck and it felt too slow for modern, which was impressive. Opponent, we just want to kill you. Come back. Come back, friendo. They're back. That was a good draw. Is this turn 4? Yep, this is turn 4. Opponent Areno. We got very lucky. Let's go. Let's do this. They felt pity on us and decided to let us have a game. Well, we don't have this game yet. In fact, they just gained 7 or just gained a bunch of life. Alright, Fire Blast, you would be a nice draw. Rip. Well, now literally every card in our deck's a decent draw. They're not all perfect, but they're all decent. They didn't attack. Prismatic Strandarino. I'm hoping that they use the clues. They did not use the clues. They gain 2 more life here. Alright, we're going to lose this game too, I think. Unless we draw another curse ASAP. We're certainly kind of running out of time. We're able to draw multiple more spells now. They can blank 2 of them. Drawing 3 lands in a row is not going to win us this game. Should have played a land here. Come on. This is a depressing way to lose. Well, that was useful at least. They go to 1. No, not that. Anything but that. Anything but that, opponent. Or what you refer to as dead. If we draw a burn spell this turn, we can get it. Any burn spell this turn should be good enough. Anything but a burn spell is a loss. Alright. In theory, that should be good enough. We know they have a prismatic strand, so we're going to leave it on the stack and then we're going to finish them off. That game was incredibly tough. Oh gosh, I thought we were doing so good. And then we almost lost. We had basically our perfect draw, and they did not have a very good draw at all, and we still about lost it. Ugh. I say, ugh. Maybe I should just bring in Molten Rings at this point. Stop that life gain right where it is. That can't be good. The Molten Rings can't be good. I refuse to believe these are good, but I've ran out of ideas. Thinking about getting rid of the Thermo Alchemist as well. Yeah, this is a keep. Lone Missionary. That'll do you dirty. That will do you dirty. Yeah, well, let's look at their hand before we make a decision. So they have 3 removal spells for our Thermo. Seems like there's not a reason to play the Thermo then. So we're just going to set this here. Yeah, artifact lands are legal in this format. Alright, your only hope, Obi-Wan. It's 2 damage a turn enough. We can technically kill the 2 Glint Hawks. We just have to fade, leave no trace for a while. Probably a long while. Rough. It's another 4 life. Are they just anti-us? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm actually just dead next turn, right? I can go to 1. Maybe I'm supposed to just needle drop there. Alright, so now I'm dead. I have no out. Alright, well these Fermo Alchemists look just as bad as the Gifus. I'm just going to cut them too. They ever get enough mana for our Molten Rings? They look terrible. They're mulliganing. Well, hopefully they won't gain too much life. It's already a good start. Molten Ring one time! Molten Ring one time! Baby! Baby! I don't know if it does anything, but... Baby! Baby! We had our fun. We had our fun. They've still gained 4 life off their lands. And they don't have an artifact. They've still gained 4 life off their lands and they don't have an artifact. Which means they probably have multiple skies. That's 6 life off, or sorry, 5 life off their lands. Do you not have an artifact? Could just counter this with a Strands. How do you not at least have an artifact land? Friend. There's an artifact land. We're in this. Hulk smash. I said Hulk smash. We got relatively close. They gained 6 life off their lands. They're going to be gaining some more life off their lands. Is a Fire Blast enough here? I'm not sure. We might be able to get a win with a Fire Blast if they don't have another Prismatic Strands. Alright, well they're at 8 life. This is our chance. like you just don't care. We got our pity chest. Yahoo! Yahoo! Well, we won 1 out of 3 versus that person. That opponent. We did it! We did it! We're so happy! We're so happy! We're so happy! Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. Pity chest, baby! I did punt a game in this match, so like maybe that match is closer than I think it is, but I don't know. This Pauper stuff was difficult. Like, those games were all close in every round. I do not know if I was making the best decisions. Watsy Coverage Simon with the big trophy. I played him on Arena the other day. He was playing a sweet green-blue Wilderness Reclamation value deck. They just did not draw enough. It's not that I want to play more handy. I don't want to keep playing versus that same opponent, and I don't want to keep playing. Just don't want to keep playing versus that same opponent. Let's go look and see how many people are in the friendly Pauper League. 219. Maybe we could just play this. C is for Cookie is tearing the friendly Paupers up. All right, we'll play a friendly Pauper just so we can avoid that opponent. I did want to play 2 leagues. I would rather have played another comp. I don't have a deck right now for top 2 handy, and honestly, I play so much of it on Arena that it's kind of boring. I'm going to play some on MTGO, but I want to save it for its own stream when I'm playing the deck like 3 times in a row or something, instead of like fitting it in on other formats. If this doesn't fire in, say, 5 minutes, we're just going to drop from it, though, so let's hope that the queues in the friendly are a little bit better than the competitive. 2 Deputy of Detention. I've not been a fan of Deputy of Detention, but they say that blue-white... where's it at? Let me pull it up on Star City, I guess. They say that blue-white deck is really good. Where are you at? This thing. This guy streams, by the way. This Jason Hagen guy? Or Jacob Hagen? So the big difference he made to the deck was he went up to 3 Adontos instead of the 4 Tie Takers. It could potentially just be worth having 4 of them. But in the future, I expect people to be more prepared for this deck. I'm not really sure. Yeah, he's got 2 deputies in it. I need to post my foil deputy while it's on my mind. Alright, we'll play first. I'm still not sure what I'm supposed to play or draw. We'll keep. We'll start with a Gitaxian friend. Gitaxian friend, go. Ooh. These are the ones that make us discard, right? My friend Joe plays similar decks to this. So their hand's a little bit slow. And making us discard's really interesting. We don't have any of those, opponent, I'm sorry. I apologize. So what did they draw? Oh yeah, they drew to the vest. I knew that, by the way. I was trying to be playful. Suspend you, play you, bash for 2 and skewer, I guess. Try to empty our hand before the one thing comes down and makes us be sad. They don't have a land that comes into play untapped yet, so there's a good chance that this Lava Runner will do a little bit of friendship to them. Well, never mind. They drew one. Good draw. Good draw. Good draw. Need to draw our repeatable sources of damage. Um. Okay. To your face. It did not draw back-to-back lands. That's good for us. To your face again. To your face again. So they know we have both of these. So they know they get the mountain with this. She gives us a target for that if we draw our land. We did it. Throw our hands in the air. We have no sideboard cards for this type of match at all. So we just run it back. Just run it back. So they'll probably take the play this time, which gives us an additional card, which is kind of cool, but not great. I think this hand's still a keep. Like I don't love it, but I mulliganed similar earlier. Maybe I'm supposed to just mulligan this one too. I'm not sure. Gonna cast a Lava Runner on turn 1 if nothing else, because if we draw a land, it gives us Edict Prevention in terms of the Thermo. They main phase cycled after they played a tapped land. That's what we call interesting, friends. This gains them 2 life, by the way. A theme today of our opponent's lands beating us in Pauper. Our opponent's currently 0-3. I just noticed that. There's apparently not many people playing this format either. Landerino? Landerino? Hey, Lars. Yeah, was wanting to start grinding some format points for Pauper and get myself prepared for challenges. I'm wanting to start playing all 4 challenges every weekend, but when we played the competitive Pauper a second ago, like we're even in a friendly one this time. We played the same opponent 3 times in a row, and we waited 8 minutes one of the times to play versus him. So I just figured I'd get some reps in, so we're playing the friendly now. Not super pleased about it, but this was what I want to do. I want to play all 4, but I don't really know if I'm a good enough Magic player to. Guess I'm just going to hit this. Lifelink. Can attack. We already figured out we can't answer that. Protection from monocolored. Well, we need to draw lands. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping to do. What I really want to do is kind of just like do just all of the formats. I don't know. I've not been doing very well. My plan, and don't hold me to it, but most days I'm going to try to do at least 3 leagues. Please, opponent, land us. That's not a land. You know, the 8 minutes to play versus the same opponent the 3rd time in a row kind of sucked. Do I have to kill this thing? I feel like I have to kill this thing. I don't know. Maybe I can beat them gaining 1 life a turn. Just gonna try. Yeah, it's definitely a lot of magic. This is just day 2 of it, and it's already getting to me. Because on top of that, I also have to, like, I've got 12 orders to pack later tonight. And I have, Alright, well, we're just dead this game. Not only do I have the 12 orders, I have, I gotta repost things. I'm already 2 weeks behind on repricing things. Yeah, I don't think I can win this game anymore. I don't know, maybe if I draw exactly land we can, but I'm pretty much willing to concede at this point. I have no sideboard cards for this match at all. Like, I just can't beat this card. You just, like, play it. Oh, I can't beat that card either. Not from this spot, anyway. Alright, next game. Well, this is a friendly league. Remember, they can still get prizes at 03. Every win's worth 20 play points in a friendly league. None of these seem particularly good here. Maybe the Molten Rings are better than some of the things we have. Like, they have kind of a big curve. We were playing competitive earlier, but like I said, playing the same opponent 3 times in a row when they have a favorable match versus the deck that I want to test, and on top of that, having to wait 8 minutes for the queue, it just didn't seem efficient. We'll try it again sometime during the day. But I want to play a second league. I've already played a legacy league, so I want to play one more league, so just went with it. I don't know. Duress, my hand's kind of bad, so not too concerned about the duress. We just need to hit the land. There's only 16 lands in this deck, so I don't know if we're able to mulligan to try to get second lands. That might be asking too much of the deck. If we were playing the build that had the Forgotten Caves, I think we could mulligan, but well, they did only have one Pauper League for a long time, and it was super successful. It usually had like 500 people in it. And then they randomly added the competitive leagues to it, and it doesn't seem to me like the competitive leagues has done well. Like, it seems like it's very, very damaged it. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to do this. My guys might not be able to attack again, so I want to do the 1 extra damage while I can. It's not like the Lava Spike does anything else ever. I thought this match seemed very, very good, but it is not looking great. I think maybe I need the 4th needle drop in the deck, the 3rd and 4th needle drop. Maybe I'm just playing the wrong build. It's weird. They're playing something that used one of their mana but not the other. What are they going to use for 1 white mana? I'm not sure. Feel like the Firmo's going to get us more damage. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the Firmo doesn't get us more damage. Feel like whichever one's just dying the next turn, so maybe I should have just took the 2 damage. Huh. That's kind of interesting, actually. Wonder how they would implement that. Guess I need to put a stop on my turn. Since we know this thing's coming off the queue here in a second. So you can do 4-8 damage to them. I think it's just worth putting it in their face. The problem is, if we don't kill this and or don't kill them this turn, and they untap and have a vampiric Link, the game's just over? So, like, maybe this is gambling a little bit too much. Or maybe it's gambling the exact right amount. We had so many draws to win the game that it felt like it was just fine. I don't know what they could have at instant speed, but I'm going to go ahead and do the damage just in case. I don't think there is anything. I think we just kind of luck sacked that game. I'm almost positive there's nothing that they could play there. Like, I would say I'm 99.9% sure that there was nothing they could play. But I won't say 100% sure because I don't... It just doesn't seem like there's anything they can play. Force of Will's not legal, so... I guess they could have had an island and a foil in their hand. If I'm jumping to suit... Alright, now I just feel like I was slow rolling. Because the more I think about it, the more they just didn't have anything. Alright, we got a win. We dodged Vampiric Link and got there. Ooh. And we sold a magic card all at the same time. Somebody wants these full Wizard's Retorts. Spinning Darkness. Wait, is Spinning Darkness common? Or is that uncommon? I feel like that entire set was uncommon for some reason, but I don't know. I know it's from Weatherlight. What are you? Nope, it's common. You are right, it is common. Huh. For some reason I thought all of those were not common. Alright. I guess I'm going to keep this hand even though the Fire Blasts look kind of awful here. Having two of them do anyway. Oh, well, we don't need that stop. We'll take it out on their turn. Oh, it's another burn deck of some kind. There are 2-0 as well. Is this our Firmo friend? That's what we refer to as a good one. Am I wrong to Fire Blast that? If I did a third land, I would have 100% Fire Blasted that. But I don't think I can without the third land. So they have 3 cards in hand. Feels like there's a good chance one of them could be Searing Blaze, but feels like it's worth trading the 2 damage. Because it's not likely that they both are. Ouch. And ouch. Alright, so all we have to do is survive this turn. It's not the easiest thing to do. Yeah, it is now the easiest thing to do. Alright, we got this game. Yeah, we're going to sideboard out these probes. For sure. I don't really really have anything to sideboard in. So, don't think I want Molten Rings. We have no artifacts. This doesn't kill anything. I guess you're better than Probe. You can attack for one. Some of the time. $16 lands. Maybe I can't even get rid of Probe. Maybe I'm supposed to just gamble. Alright, we drew our 1-1. Let's go. Let's go. I'm gonna cast my 1-1. I'd rather them kill it than the Lava Runner. Mainly because of the needle drop, I guess. Thou shalt be a land. Oh, I thought I had a needle drop. It's just a second one of these. I'm so bad. Wait. Why didn't I use Skewer on this? I'm so bad. Why didn't I kill this? Tilt? 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 Let's try our face. Oh gosh. We are wrecked. So if I played properly, that's 2 damage we wouldn't have taken. My life's low enough that I'm actually jumping here. I don't think I can win anymore, so I'm just attacking. If they have a removal spell for this, I think I was dead anyway. Because our curses aren't quick enough, I don't think, and they only have to draw 1 of any spell to kill us. Guess there's a world where they just draw a land. And if we draw a Fire Blast, it's still not enough, I don't think. This card seemed really bad here, too. Where if we could have won that game if I hadn't punted? Their hand seemed kind of bad. That was really, really bad, though, wasn't it? Paying life to look at their hand just doesn't seem like where I want to be, though. Alright. I kind of want to draw, but I'm afraid to. Probe would have lost 2, but what if I'd spectacled and killed that Lava Runner that one turn? How much life would I have saved? I'm not entirely sure. Alright, Needle Drop, find us that land. That's not a land, Needle Drop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Whatever. I'm just going to suspend this. I have 5 cards and I'm at 14. We might have a chance if we draw a land. They have 5 spells. I don't think we have a chance. We'd have to hit exactly land this turn. We did not hit exactly land this turn. They still have 4 spells. If we'd hit the land last turn, we would have had enough. Well, I guess we wouldn't have. I don't know why they let us untap, but that's okay. If it's a 16 land deck, I'm not allowed to mulligan just to try to get 2 lands, am I? Especially when we've sideboarded the probes out. I don't think the math's in our favor of getting 2. I've not ran the numbers, so like maybe that's wrong. Yeah, I'm not very good at math, but it just feels like it wouldn't work. Well, our opponent got the 3-0 from us, so they got a nice pity chest. Stop gaining life, opponents. Stop it. So many life gain lands. Guess I'm going to hold the land because of the Searing Blaze. Unknown Shores? What's getting ready to destroy us? This card's common? I didn't know this card was common. I got a foil one of them the other day for pretty cheap from my Pauper friends. Huh. Well, I don't think we can win anymore. They're going to gain 2 life a turn the rest of the game. Alright. Well. That was some cards that I've never read before. I guess I should have waited to see how they actually killed me before I conceded. Might have helped with sideboarding. Like, I don't know whether I need Searing Blazes or not. So, I probably should have just kept waiting. Abundant Growth. We will tap into the ode. We will tap into the ode MTGO Goldfish and see what results we get. We get no Pauper results. See if I can just type Abundant Growth into Google and see what I get. Abundant Growth combo? No, that's not what they're playing. 7 pop. Oh, that's 2014. Yeah, whatever. I give up. We've waited too long. It's my fault for not looking, so I deserve to be punished. Yeah, this hand's a keep. Now, this hand's actually really nice. Is it worth it to deal an extra point of damage on turn 1? As opposed to try to get this off? I think I'd rather save it for this. I'll play the land. I'm not entirely sure that's right. I'm missing 2 points of damage this way. To try to gain damage later? That feels like I was just wrong. Alright, so this is an Enchantress deck. Well, on the positive note, we didn't draw our land, so probably just missed 2 points of damage that we're never getting back. These were the 6 they had. I don't know. I mean, I think if we'd hit our lands, it could developed our curses and our Firmo Alchemist. Maybe it wouldn't have been too bad. Yeah, the life gain auras, however, would probably crush us. However, we do get to see it if there is one. Not that we can do anything about it. We get to lay our eyes upon it, though. They have to have Vampiric Link or something, right? Hope it's Armadillo Cloak. That's just rude. I've been beat by that card enough in my life. It's time to let Vampiric Link do its work. You gave us a 0-4. I don't think I can block, can I? On the battlefield. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Alright, I choose you. Oh boy, we're dead. Oh boy, oh boy. Maybe we can draw land. No. Yes, I know they have an abundant growth. It's not enough, is it? Actually, that might be enough. I'll lightning bolt you. So this gives you 1 extra mana, right? Of red. They have to have double red to send a chain back, right? I think they only have one red unless I'm reading this stuff wrong. If they send a chain back, they can't use that twice. Maybe I'm reading the cards wrong? I think this is what they do, though. Don't kill me, friend. Nice. I think that's fine, though. I'm not sure. We did it. They didn't get a life gain enchantment and we won. Oh yeah. Oh, well, these cards seem better than they did a second ago. They can target the Heliod. I don't think they're ever killing that other thing. Maybe getting the Molten Rings is just better. Because we can kill the enchantment that gains life. Yeah, I'm just going to go with this. Maybe they don't have one. Maybe this is just like a brew and not really hashed out. We are into friendly leagues. I don't want to say it's one, but like maybe it's one. I don't think this is good enough to keep. I don't think we win without a consistent damage source. I think 4 lands is just too many. I think this hand's worse than that other hand. Alright, I think this hand's actually better than those hands. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this hand's not better than those hands. Maybe I'm just supposed to keep 9 damage and hope it's enough. It feels like I always have to have a card like this or a curse to win a match like this. No, you killed my 0/4. I guess this at the moment kills their green mana. It might not be worth it either. Was not worth it. I'm just not brave enough to send the lava runners. Kind of glad that I didn't. Didn't this just say 2/2? I mean, I know it shouldn't be a 2/2 because I had an artifact, but was that a visual bug or am I just blind? I feel like I could just be blind. It's kind of amusing right now that the Searing Blazes would have been good this match. I don't know why I'm holding a land. We don't have Searing Blazes in our deck. I could be blind. Like, I know it's a 3/3. The card's a 2/2 by base. It just felt to me like it was a bug. I don't know. See, like right now, they say 3/3s when they should be 4/4s, right? Like, shouldn't these be 4/4s right now? Oh, that's not an aura. That's just an enchantment. Auras have to attach to things, I guess. I don't think I can win this game anymore. Because I can't ever remove that, so I don't know how I beat 2 damage a turn. We'll just move on. Alright, well, wait. Oh, the mirror. Alright, so we gotta win the next 2. Yeah, I won't waste anybody's time. Their deck was pretty sweet, though. Like, I'll give credit where credit's due. Dude, that was cool to look at. They really need some kind of enchantment or aura that they can tutor to gain life, though. Or maybe they don't. I mean, they did kind of handle us without it. Maybe the Molten Rings were just a dumb idea. Alright. Well, I would say this is an important match. I'm starting to think I'm supposed to just be on the draw every round. Guess I'm just going to hold them all for the Firmo. Please don't kill our friend, the Firmo Alchemist. I said, please don't kill our friend, the Firmo Alchemist. They killed our friend, the Firmo Alchemist. Our opponent clearly doesn't listen. We have 17 points of damage in our hand. Let's just hope they don't gain life. We have 16 points of damage in our hand. Let's hope they don't gain life. They gained a life. I said no, opponent. Oh, they're playing this build of the deck? That means they have Seeker of the Ways as well, probably. I don't know if I should have played that mountain. Don't you do it. Don't you gain any more life. You have to worry about Prismatic Strand as well. Casually leaving up 3 mana. Prismatic Strand's not going to be easy. I wonder why this version of deck doesn't have a Flaring Pain in the sideboard. Like, feels like that would be useful. We're dead very quickly from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So they need double burn spell to kill us. Have an Electrickery. And some clues. So they don't even have to put one of those in combat. Alright, so cool. They tapped one of the things for us. That doesn't really help us. What does this card say? All damage sources of color would deal this turn. Okay. They have us dead 2 turns in the air, so I don't think we actually have an out unless they mess up. That's not true. We could draw Needle Drop, right? I know they have the Electrickery, but if I block like this, they have to spend a mana on the Electrickery, so unless they drew a land, they can't present lethal without a burn spell. And we know worst case scenario. Oh, well, never mind. They just drew Rally and the game's over. Okay, well. Yeah, well, we want our Electrickeries for sure. I guess I'll get rid of some of these. Electrickery is a hard card to beat for them unless they draw some of their 4 prismatic strands. Man, I'm getting worked in these leagues though. Like, I guess I'm going to leave that on top just because it lists the Lava Runner attack. Yeah, I'll look at it in a second. Close that. I don't really think I value my life total. They have a Firebolt that sucks for me. They have a Squadron Hawk. They have a Rally. And we don't have a second land yet. Still think we have to keep 1 land hands, especially if probes in them. I truly just don't think it gets better for us. Based on the amount of 1 land hands I've had over the course of these 2 leagues, it feels kind of wild to me that 3 of these decks top 8 at the same challenge. Might not ever have the mana to fire that off, who knows. If we don't, we're going to lose anyway, so I don't know if it matters. Alright, well, we have 1 turn to draw a land or pick up our cards. That says we don't have to pick up our cards, so. Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. And now we have to pick up our cards. They drew more Secret Aways than we did lands. It's not a recipe for winning. Alright, so now we're playing for 20 play points, I think. Versus another 1-3. I'm going to try drawing. Well, I'm really starting to think we need the extra card every game. Well, the opponent did mulligan this game. What do you do? Whenever it enters and or leaves the battlefield, gain life. I guess I need to kill it. It's gonna die sooner or later, and maybe our friend will gain enough life to make it fine. Or deal enough damage. Like, we really only lose 1 damage like this. And there's a chance that the lava runner does more. Oh, maybe that's wrong. I was gonna die in 3 turns anyway or whatever. 2 turns, I guess. Was that right? 2 turns? Oh, sweet. We got more than 2 damage out of that, so I guess we're... Or more than 3. We're plus 1 damage on the exchange. At least the balance isn't a common. Our opponent's mana screwed this game, though. That's not good for them. Okay. Alright. So our opponent didn't play lands. We did it. We did it. Is it wrong with me to take out the lava runners? I just feel like they're on that same, the same block everything deck. You know, I probably should take out the alchemist too. I really feel like they're just on that red-white deck with 1,000 creatures and 1,000 creature removal. Sorry about that. I was itching my beard. It probably sounded really weird. The draw I'm definitely keeping. Alright, so I'm just wrong. What I refer to in the business as the usual. I got there at 23 and they've not played a spell. Circle Protection red, so next game? I don't know, I guess they could not have lands. You can do it, deck. Land! I'm clicking. That's not a land. The curses can do some work here too, presumably. Sandpapering a cat's butthole. Well, I've never heard that phrasing. Land? It's also not a land. Well, I'm going to have to discard here, so... And they're tapped out, so we might as well deal 3 to them. Yeah, well, I don't hate Molten Rings versus what we're seeing. Ah, Savage. too much. I tap out. Just going to be on to play this game and get them. Tap out. This hand's got 4 lands in it. 4 lands in it. They scrounged on top. It's probably a really bad sign. Alright. We need to draw mini curses. Gained 3 life on the lands again, and we lost our best creature. Alright, curses. Is it wrong of me to not cast a Lava Runner here? Kinda want to just play it into another Edict. Could draw 2 probes and then I would play it. They have so much life. Yeah, I'm going to play this to give them incentive not to play to castigate if they draw the land. So much life. And they have a 2/3. Is it just me or is every deck prepared for burn? Did Lee Sharp just pick a day that said burn will get cakewalks? Your opponents won't play Magic? I don't really know. This doesn't feel winnable already, and they've not really done anything. Guess they're going to castigate this turn then? It's kind of odd though. We did draw 5 lands again, but... Six lands. Oh where are every noodle drop in our deck at? We need to draw like multiple needle drops over multiple turns. 6 land is a lot of lands. I want to press. Alright. Our plan now is to draw 3 Curse of the Pierced Hearts in a row. What are we going to use the other mana on? Well, we got wrecked today. So they're just not using it. Okay, fair enough. Well then. This was 2 non-games, which kind of sucks. 1 land into all the lands. Don't know if there's a single draw we can get from here. I'm pretty sure I have no outs. especially when they have this to blank 2 entire turns. Doesn't change the clock any, so might as well get our 1 in. My goal now is just to get them below 20 before the game's over. Can we get the moral victory of getting them below 20? Not actually sure. Uh-oh, getting close to getting them below 20. Daggers. Can't get them below 20 now. Couldn't get our opponent below 20. Even lost a moral victory. Go to 19. We tried. We did it! 19. Alright, GG. We go out on our own terms? Now that says to you, son, you can't stop us. Our own turns. GG. Alright, well, I did not love burn. I'm sure it's better than what I just showed, but I'm still a red-white player at heart. This is still Bay. Maybe not this 75, but this style of deck still Bay. Alright, well, we got crushed pretty hard. Well then, what do we have here? Let's go ahead and scoot you over to where I can read. And let's play one last match of Esper. I'll change the title, I guess, even though I'm only playing one match, so. Just playing one match. Hoping we're paired versus red deck wins and on to play. Step 1. This hand's acceptable too. It's not the greatest hand, but it's acceptable. It's actually a pretty good opener. It would have been a great opener if this was a different source, but never actually played the Sultai match. People say it's supposedly easy for my deck, but in my eyes it feels like it would be really hard because this card's not easy to beat. Huh. That's kind of an interesting turn. Kind of want to try to get a Jade Light Ranger out of their hand, but also want to play my search, especially when I don't have the land drop for the following turn. I guess the Surveil gives us the chance to get the... Okay, it just didn't matter. The Surveil gives us a chance to get the land drop for the following turn either way is what I was trying to say. Alright, so now it is a race for us to find Crassus or not. Or I say Crassus, but that's because I was looking at Crassus. I meant to say Kaya's Wrath or not. I guess I'll let that resolve. If we draw our Kaya's Wrath, it doesn't matter if it resolves. If we don't draw our Kaya's Wrath, I'm pretty sure we lose anyway. So that's 9 damage. Maybe I was supposed to just absorb last turn. It would have prevented 4 damage over the turn. Oh, well, this is actually kind of good for us. This lets us freely look for the Wrath. That we have to hit or lose anyway. Being at 4, I don't think matters. I guess technically they could have a Duress main deck. Alright, well we have 3 draws to find 1 of 4 outs. And we're dead. So, what's decent here? The Fiefs are decent here, probably. The Hostage Takers are decent here. That's probably about it. What sucks? The Warrant sucks. I think the Moment of Cravings actually kind of suck. I don't know about the negates. It's like probably another removal spell, but what other... It's between a negate and another removal spell. Maybe it's just precog. I kind of actually like the negates. We play first. Yeah, we have to keep. Maybe I lost last game when I played the Fault of Erasure instead of the Search for Azcanta. They done effectively the same thing for the next draw step, but the search would have gave us value the rest of the way out. I didn't mean to tap that. I meant to play this. And then have a similar decision. I guess it's better just to try to get the Wild Growth Walker. I don't know. Oh. Well, JK. They kept the greediest hand I've ever saw versus Esper Control. The full-on greediest hand I've ever saw. I'm not exaggerating. That is quite... Hey, Lines. I'm not exaggerating. That is the greediest hand I've ever saw versus Esper. Because not every Esper player even brings in things like Thief of Sanity. Leaving that on top's kind of awkward too, because now we get a guaranteed hit here. And you don't get your card either way. Kinda just want the Vivian. I think I'm gonna take the Duress. I already have double fault seas though. Like, am I ever going to use that duress? Probably not. Alright, I'm just going to take this. Ah, what a dagger. Dagger, I say. Because now I want to use both. Try to find us a land for our following turn. Yeah, well, this hand's looking good now. Or game's looking good. I don't know why I said hand. Do need to draw some more lands, but certainly going to take that. Because I drew that, I'm just going to pass instead of playing the search for one turn. Make sure I save 2 blue and a white. I did. Guess I'm going to take the Vivian now? Not really sure. Yeah, Lions figured I'd end up the night with one last match. Okay. Well, we're back into a spot where we need to draw exactly a Chaos Wrath, or we're dead. Should have attacked first. Oh my gosh, this was bad. That was really bad sequencing. Guess I'll take that then. Maybe next turn I can play the Jade Light Ranger and have to absorb. But it feels like they have a Crassus. I don't know why I think they have a Crassus. I just think they have a Crassus. Oh. Well, that worked out really good for me. Definitely transform. It gives us our land. Make sure we have double blue. Alright, so we want to tap you, you, and you. Just in case we hit lands and want to do something differently. So that's still double blue and a white. Graveyard and graveyard. Alright, well, we have controlled the board. Whatever, I want the life point cushion. I'm willing to admit that was a bit ambitious. I'm willing to admit nothing. We played perfect and we got rewarded. JK. No attack skis. Ooh-wee. I would have won this game a million turns ago? I'm confused. What was I supposed to do differently? Huh. Now I'm confused. Oh, they would have been dead, you're saying. Hmm. So I played wrong? I'm certainly going to block. Also, don't know why I didn't untap my search for Ascanta there. Seems particularly bad of me. Yeah, I can see that. Well, shoot. Hmm. I don't think I care anymore. I feel like we have enough ways to find another Kyozraf. I don't think Vivian's particularly good. I was thinking maybe it would get us lands, but yeah, Thieves are the only thing I have for it to get. So I'll take this. I already have a backup one though, so I don't know if it ever matters. Yeah, you're probably right. The Vivian I didn't actually think was good. I just didn't really want any of those cards at the time. Maybe I should have put more thought into it. This is what I like about Lars being around. I learn. Yeah, but they didn't get it anyway. It would have been in their graveyard. I forget what my exact choices were there. I think it was this Duress and maybe this Midnight Reaper. I don't know why I was thinking about killing that. I honestly don't remember what the choices were though. Dress, Vivian, and Reaper? Okay. Well, that's kind of a cool draw. Well, I'm definitely taking this. Casting this doesn't seem like it does anything. And a white. We can play double counterspell though, and right now they can only counterspell one of them. JK, you got me. We have a second to ferry, so it's fine. No, I could have took the dress. The dress would have certainly been better here than Vivian, right? The dress would have been a wait. They took the other Teferi. The dress would have certainly been better here than the Vivian. They also have this thing now, which gives them another Krasis. I actually think this game's losable. And clearly I don't expect to lose it, but I think it can be lost. Yeah, that's true. We are drawing a lot of cards. We've almost used almost all of our good cards, though. We have one Absorb left in the deck as our only counterspell. And this is kind of my kill condition. I'm getting dangerously close to just milling myself. So I'm going to use that instead of the Insight. I guess that goes to the graveyard. Decline. Oh. I accept you. Up. I think there's a chance I can mill myself. I should have played the Thief of Sanity. I forgot that I'm ultimating Vivian next turn. That was a pretty large play mistake by me. Like, the Thief of Sanity should be on the table right now. Oh gosh, that was really bad. It was just stupid. It was just really, really bad. Yes, I have to ignore this card. We need to save our last counterspell to try to protect our Teferi. Probably not taking anything here. Alright, I'll take one Kai's Wrath. That's fair. I can do that. I can also ultimate my Vivian. And put some pressure on the table. And find a card out of their deck to kill them with. I mean, honestly, we're down to 11 cards. It might take more than 11 cards to beat them. There's also only one Teferi left in our deck. I mean, that has to resolve. I can't do anything about it. I have to save our Absorb at this point. How many finalities have they gone through? Just the one that I made them mill, right? Yeah, it's just the one that I made them mill. They're down to, wait, they're down to 9 cards. We're going to mill them. I didn't quite realize that we were going to mill them. Ooh, I think we want this one. Let's get us some more FIFA Sanities. What you gonna do when FIFA Sanities run wild on you? I'm not gonna cast them all though, because of their own finalities. Well, they at least have one counter spell and they drew a bunch of cards. The last Teferi might not be a card we can resolve. We only have one counter spell left in our deck. So they have to have a finality this turn, not to die, or a way to block the Thief of Sanities. I think we're going to mill them. Oh yeah, they're down to 4 cards. We're going to mill them. Oh, this is fun. I don't know why I would ever not block that. Maybe they have Moment of Weakness, but we only need 1 to win, so... Alright, well, we milled them. Ha! That feels funny. Is it bad that I kind of want the Duresses too? Duresses can't be good enough. You already had Cast Downs, they already had Ravenous Chupacabras, maybe our Thief of Sanities in general just aren't good enough? They're a mostly creature deck. Angry Birds. That's what we're gonna call. That's what we're gonna call those Thief of Sanities when we have the Vivian Ultimate on. They're from now on will be referred to as Angry Birds. Hopefully we don't get copyright strike for that. Hey Anarif, what's up, my friend? Hope you just saw that wickedly cool game where I played not well and got there. Well, our opponent took our best card. Hope everything's going well for you. You should be in bed. You gotta work today, friend. You have to work today, friend. You gotta work. Work it, But it's a new day. You're gonna work today. You took off Wednesday. You're not going to convince me that you're taking off. Sorry, you took off Tuesday. You're not going to take off Wednesday and Thursday, are you? Dude, you were talking to me at like midnight. Oh, you're taking another day off. Okay. 2 days in a row, you're setting a bad example for your brand new employees. Whew, whew. It's a heater. Eh. I don't think there's any reason to cast it right now. Find us a card that's helpful. Like a thought eraser. Oh boy, that's a card that's helpful. Line them up, baby. Don't negate our friend. I'm going to cast this one. Oh, I was trying to hold the fake and I messed up. Okay. Pew pew. Guess I'll play that. When they work 17 straight days, they can take 2 off too. Love it. That's a disdainful stroke. It'd be really nice if we had a counter spell. I could find a counter spell. We'll go ahead and play the land. Don't you do it. They did it. What lands is this? Alright, sure. We have plenty of lands on tap still. That's not counter spells. That resolves. Well, I think I'm going to pass here and just cast the other Chemister's Insight. Hey, Joe Zero. Hey, Blitzline. What's up, friends? Our opponent's not playing lands right now, but we're not accomplishing anything. Would love them just to slam a land in a Carney. Guess I'm going to get rid of the Hallowed Fountain, but... yeah, we're certainly not accomplishing anything, are we? I choose you. We're a similar depth into our deck, right? No, we're 6 cards deeper. I'm tempted to block there. I am so tempted to block there. We know they have Chupacabras left in their deck. We know they have some cast downs. Well, I didn't expect that. Gotta be honest, that one wasn't on the radar. So deep in there. That one wasn't on my radar. Ah! Stop it, opponent! Alright, it's Teferi time. That's not a Teferi. I think we're going to lose this game. Was that 14 lands? That's not that bad. Okay. Well, the beat is on. Main phase. Alright, I guess that resolves. You're going to take a Kaya's Wrath. Most likely. They did not take the Kaya's Wrath. It actually surprises me. Because we know they're playing Carnage. Maybe they're trying to force me to Wrath so then they can play the Carnage? Why did I not respond to that? Oh, that's silly. I could have hit a counterspell. I want to save the Wrath. As I just died a little inside. Never save your Wrath. It doesn't work out. What you gonna do about the thief of sanity that's about to run wild on you? No. That's a reasonable thing to do. Yeah, well, we need to search for Ascanta. No! No! Opponent gets a Hydroid class us back. That's too many cards. Alright, well, this is our best card. Please don't have the negate. Or draw the Vivian Reed. I guess if they're doing the Vivian Reed, at least they're not going to harass us on this turn. That's something. So how many Thief of Sanities have we gone through? 1, 2, 3. So we have 1 Thief of Sanity and 3... Or sorry, 4 Teferis to win this game with. It's not a lot of things to win a game with. Kind of want to take the Absorb. I dislike that we can't choose the order we put those on. So this is the last Kaya's Wrath in the deck. As well. Have to at least feign like we want to kill those, I think. I really don't want to kill this, but I need to get something off the board or they have no reason to ever even cast a Carnage. I assume there's going to be some kind of counterspell fight for this. Through 2 negates. Maybe all it is another contempt. I thought they used a contempt already. My blind? They used a contempt, didn't they? Okay, there it is. I see it now. I'm not going to protect this, because I have to protect this Kaya's Wrath or we can't beat this. Heck, that one's pretty hard to beat anyway. Okay, that was a good draw. I actually play this now. We'll take the other absorb. 18 cards left. As long as they don't get draw another Carnage Tyrant or another Hydroid Crassus, I think we're in okay shape. How many Crassuses are they going through? They've got 3 under Graveyard. So they might not have another one. It might just be another Memorial to Folly. Well, I'm certainly going to take the Absorb. Alright, we got a kill condition now. It's the last one in the deck. So besides this, it's Teferi Milling. I'm actually going to protect that because they have no more cards. Could have done this in better sequencing. Like, I could have just attacked first, but I saw the light at the end of the rainbow and knew the game was over for the most part. Alright, well, that was our one game. I mean, obviously, I guess they could have drew a Carnage Tyrant on the following turn and we would have had to find 6 power to block it, but I don't think they were going to beat just the Teferis at that point. Ugh. Look at how 20 of our spells done in one game. That's pretty hilarious. Alright, well, I think that's going to do it for me tonight. We played 2 leagues and 3 more games of Esper, which I'm learning the Esper deck. I enjoy the Esper deck. The Esper deck feels weird. This is the build I'm on right now. I don't know how good it is. I kind of copied it from Edgar's list from the SCG event, except I cut 1 precog from the main deck and added 1 warrant because I wanted a card that would let me not lose to just getting paired versus Nexus in game 1. Because if all you have is the Teferi loop, all they have to do is wait till they draw their Nexuses and never play anything and just discard Nexus over and over and over, and you both are in a stalemate and neither of you guys can technically win the game. So versus any Nexus deck without, you know, a Chromium, a Karn, a Warrant, a Deploy, or some single threat, you cannot win game 1. So I wanted 1 card that would let me win game 1. And I don't like Chromium. I think it's pretty bad in this format. It's obviously bad versus the aggressive decks. And I don't actually think it's good versus the control decks either because of Kaya's Wrath. You can't really protect it. So that left it between Deploy, or I've never liked Karn. So basically, I feel like I'm just going to cast Karn in weird situations, and like I'm going to try to force it in early games. I don't know. I've just never liked Karn. I don't want to tap out for a 4-mana sorcery speed random thing versus a lot of decks. So to me, that put it down between Warrant and Warden and the Deploy. I forget what the other half of Deploy is called. Depose and Deploy. And the deploy part of the depose and deploy is actually pretty good versus the aggressive decks. It can save a Teferi, it can gain you a little bit of life, it can block stuff. But I was thinking the warrant half of it might just be slightly better, so that's why I went with warrant. But I'm pretty sure your one kill condition to not die to Nexus Game 1 is supposed to be one of these two cards. But I don't know. I don't know if that's accurate. The only other way to beat Nexus in Game 1, like assuming I didn't have this card, is you would have to know they were playing Nexus. You would have to draw all 4 of your fault erasures, or like or whatever, and like discard when they get down to where there's only 4 cards left in their library, which is the 4 Nexuses or whatever. Make them discard 4 random cards. That way they can only ever draw up to 7 and they not discard it. But like, you obviously need to cast your fault erasures in the early game to just be able to win the matches. And in the sideboard, I didn't do anything particular. I cut the hostage takers, even though I think hostage takers are ballers at the moment. But there's so many red decks on Magic Online. Dawn of Hope is another reasonable card. It's a little bit slower versus the aggro decks, but Dawn of Hope is definitely a card that can be in that spot. That was part of the considerations as well, especially with Moment of Craving and Absorb and the Bellhaunt and Dawnbringer out of the sideboard to gain you life. But yes, you can. Dawn of Hope is absurdly feasible, and it's actually good versus the aggro, or good enough versus the aggro decks as well. But it's just not what I went with. But like, I think it's in the conversation. But for me, it was down to those 2 split cards. But as you can see, like, I've got way too much red hate in here because just the random arena meta in general. I don't know if I need all 4 of these. I don't know if I need 2 of these. And I don't know if one of these Moments of Craving should just be a cast down. But this is what I'm going with right now. It's done pretty well. I've been playing it since Diamond 4. And it's been a pretty easy breeze to Diamond 2 while I'm not playing particularly well. And I mean, I've not played a whole lot of matches. I played 16 matches on today. Or, sorry, 16 games on today. I don't remember how many of them were 2-0 and how many of them were 3-1, so I can't tell. Or, sorry, 2-1. Or how many of them were 0-2, so I don't remember how many exactly matches I played today. But it took me 16 played games to go from where... I don't remember where I was in Diamond 4 either, to go basically to run through Diamond 3 and halfway through Diamond 2. And probably about halfway through Diamond 1. So, I might have lost 1 match, I don't know. It feels pretty solid. It's been crushing the red decks. I've got paired versus a couple of red decks, a couple of Drake decks. The Drake decks have all been very close. But anyway, like I said, I'm going to hop offline. I didn't mean to do a long stream, and I ended up doing 3.5 hours, and it's almost 6 a.m., and I still have a lot of work to do to get my mail out on time. But thank you all so much for following as always, and since I actually have over 10 people viewing, I'm going to go find somebody to host real quick. It's probably just going to be Manguchi, because I see Manguchi playing. And Manguchi is who I'm going to have on in my background while I do my packing of the mail and stuff. He's drafting, though. I don't want to host draft. Alright, that means I'm going to host Juza. No, I'm still just going to host Manguchi. That's who I'm going to listen to. But yeah, thank you guys for coming by. And I'm out.